This summer, your favorite justice porn returns with new episodes of Live PD coming to your TV to make you come. White people, get ready to put your hand in your pants as you get to experience firsthand what you are too privileged to ever experience for yourselves when cops beat down, people in marginalized societies, but it's definitely not racial at all, see? It just so happens that the neighborhoods that they patrol happen to not be the white ones, but seriously, look past that. What are you, one of those libs? Go back to eating your pesto avocado sandwich, you loser. This is a show for real men who get hard-ons watching the enforcers of the institutions kicking minorities when they are already down because society lets it happen. So, if you're ready for some good old-fashioned oppression, turn off that CNN bullshit, escape reality, and tune into A&E Wednesdays at 9 for some Live PD, because blue lives are definitely not poo lives. Don't believe what anyone says. And why are you so mean to us cops? Paid for by the National American Man-Boy Love Association. Ladies and gentlemen, the Short News Podcast with your host, Alex Mador.
What you're asking for has got a powerful price.
Welcome back to the Short News Podcast, the show where I talk about how much I hate American politicians. My name is Alex Mador, and I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. Wow, it means a lot. It really does. All right. Okay, I get it. I took another mental health break from the news because it was making me really depressed. Nothing good ever happens, and it's horrible. On the bright side, after wasting so much time, money, energy, and frustration, I fixed the internet problems and was able to have 1080p 60 FPS Twitch streams without any hiccups. I don't know if this is going to last, but I'm really happy that I was able to get that done properly. And now the internet works great for everyone. So I've been streaming a lot, and sometimes people show up, sometimes they don't, but regardless, it's still fun. So if you want to see me play Fortnite or Halo, I'll be on twitch.tv/AlexMador for like 5 hours a day. And how do I have that much time? Now, you might ask. Well, as of yesterday, I officially finished college. Thank you. Wow, a lot of applause today. That's crazy. I completed the final class that I needed to graduate, and now I'm just waiting for them to determine when I graduate after final grades close for the semester. So it's time to start looking for jobs, hopefully in the podcasting field, since that's what I enjoy doing. But it's exciting. I'm finally finished after trying to finish college for like 8 years. It's been a crazy journey. I started out in 2014 going to this private liberal arts school in upstate New York. It was a terrible experience for a lot of reasons. My mental health was constantly on the decline. I got addicted to Xanax, which almost killed me. All kinds of terrible, life-ruining things that caused me to drop out of that college and take some time off from school. Instead, I went to IT school for a year, got a job as a technician for a private law school in New York City, hated it, got laid off, went back to community college, then the pandemic hit. I graduated from community college in 2020, transferred to a 4-year college, now I'm finished. And I raised my cumulative GPA from 1.6 in like 2017 to now 3.4 at my current school with my current situation. I saved my GPA these last couple of years, and that's awesome. Not only that, but I matured and actually became interested in the things I was learning about in my college. Before that, I didn't give any shits about my academics or the content of the classes I was taking. Now I care, and I'm passionate about the social issues that I've been studying. So all of this growth and progress feels good. I'm really happy with the way things have gone. So I'm celebrating, finishing college right now. It's a good feeling. Um, it's a big milestone. So now it's time to use what I've learned to advance even further and help others along the way. Yeah. So, anyways, let me see. Is my audio okay? Yeah, that's my little tidbit on what's going on in my life this week. I hope it wasn't too boring. I've been catching up on news, and things are kind of crazy these days. I'm not too well versed in foreign policy, but tensions are heating up overseas as Russian troops have advanced closer to Ukraine. We've been hearing politicians and news networks express their concerns over Russia advancing their troops towards Ukraine for, a potential invasion, and they're getting closer and closer to doing so. They're pushing it. I think even Ted Cruz talked about this, but blamed Joe Biden somehow for Russia's actions. Because, yeah, we're supposed to be, like, keeping them in check or something. That's our job, according to him. And listen, Joe Biden has done a lot of shitty things. But I don't see how Russia potentially invading Ukraine is his fault. He didn't tell Putin, hey, I don't mind if you invade Ukraine. He's also not going to threaten Russia, since it's kind of the wrong fucking thing to do if you're trying to be diplomatic and avoid war. What do the Republicans like Ted want Biden to do in a situation like this? I would love to see Ted Cruz go up against Vladimir Putin. He would shit himself as soon as he saw him. There's no way he would be able to say anything tough to him that would make Putin even consider pulling back his troops. Vlad's playing games. I don't understand the long con here. But like I said, I know nothing about foreign policy. So I have no idea what the proper solution is here. All I can say is I hope the US and other countries can figure out what to do here, because Putin, he's being shitty like usual. And I heard Kanye is planning on visiting him. Maybe he'll be able to make some peace, but probably not. Kanye probably just wants to take inspiration from the dull, lifeless streets of Russia for his dull and lifeless Yeezy brand that looks like sweatshop labor clothes. Let's talk about some other shit that's going on, though. An NYPD officer was shot and killed, and the right-wing media is going crazy over it since the suspect is a young black man with a record deal as a rapper who paid his bail using his money from his record deal. So the New York Post was having a field day with this, and it's definitely sad. And you don't want officers to die. Like, nobody rational wants officers to die. It's sad because they were responding to a domestic incident which turned into a shootout. And this is one of those times where you wonder if anyone would die if instead of police showing up, someone without a gun showed up and tried to mediate or calm the issue down without coming off as a threat with a badge and a gun. I don't know. I don't know, because that's risky if you're a social worker and get involved in potentially violent incidents like that. I mean, listen, the big picture here is that the gun violence problem needs to be solved, and New Yorkers are sick of these types of things happening in their city, whether it be cops or regular people getting shot or doing the shooting. And it's extra shitty because this happened where I used to live, or near where I used to live in Harlem, and people on my street or down the street or across the street to the left or right of us were getting shot quite often. There were gunshots all the time. You would hear them like right in front of the apartment, like right on the street, and then hide away from the windows because you don't want to get hit by like a stray bullet. And then the next morning when you went out, you'd see somebody's sneakers hanging from the power line right over where the shots were, right over where they were shot. And I saw that shit so often, like the day after somebody got fucking gunned down. The issue needs to be solved. I'm not crying, I have allergies, but I'm getting stuffed up. But the gun violence issue could be solved if, let's say, they upped the payments on gun buyback programs, and also, aside from that, offered social safety nets as well as programs to help young people living in those areas advance further with education and finding work in this fucked up economy that currently only works for straight white men. I don't know, just my opinion, and Eric Adams would most likely say the solution is more police, but he's refusing to look at the big picture that I just described to you. Gang activity and gun violence only happens because the people involved live in desperation, poverty, and danger. They aren't just shooting people to shoot them. They're legitimately struggling and cannot find a way to advance in the traditional system that benefits the privileged. So they have to resort to these things if they're offered no other help. Gangs offer protection, security, camaraderie, and a type of employment. This wouldn't need to happen if the obstacles keeping those young people from furthering their education or careers were eliminated. Get rid of the obstacles. This wouldn't need to happen if people of color weren't being priced out of their neighborhoods by evil landlords succumbing to gentrification or selling out to gentrification. I don't think things are going to change for the better, especially now that a former cop is the mayor of New York City. He's appointing all these shitty landlords and things like that. Like if only the Democratic candidates for public office positions were authentic, progressive people who actually cared about enriching our city's communities that need enriching, and maybe one day it'll happen, but until then, shit's not really going to get better. And Chicago's gun violence issue is not to be ignored either. An 8-year-old girl was shot and killed by a stray bullet over the weekend. That really fucks with me when that happens, because kids aren't even involving themselves in those shootings and actively avoid them. They're kids, but still end up being collateral damage like that. She was 8 years old. And the violence in Chicago is horrifying. Every week, they release reports of how people were shot or killed over the weekend, and it's abysmal. Just this past weekend, 22 people were wounded, and 2 were killed in shootings in Chicago. One source says 4 killed. And like 19 wounded. I don't know which one to believe, but it's fucking dangerous, man. And I'm pretty sure their mayor's a Democrat, right? And what is she doing about any of this? I'm not trying to be a dick when I say that, but I'd really like to know what steps she's planning on taking or is taking to stop the gun violence that constantly happens. 2021 was Chicago's deadliest year in a quarter of a century when it comes to gun violence and murder. So gun violence needs to be a major focus not only at local or city levels, but at a federal level. The Biden administration should be doing something about the illegal firearm market, ghost guns, 3D printed guns, and people who just shouldn't be trusted with guns in general. I don't understand why so many conservatives are against proper gun control. If they're responsible gun owners, then they should have nothing to worry about. It won't apply to them and they can keep their guns. But some people should not be allowed to have killing machines. I think we can all agree on that. All of us who are thinking can agree on that. As a medical marijuana patient, it's illegal for me to own or operate a gun. I'm on a list of people who aren't allowed to have one. It sucks, but I'd rather get stoned than shoot people or animals. And I understand their thinking in keeping me from having one. And I'm fine with that, like peace and love, not war and killing. If you're a good gun owner and don't get stoned all the time legally, like me, then you should have no problems when it comes to gun control. Consider yourselves safe from those regulations. It's the people who are violent, mentally unwell, high on drugs, or irresponsible who shouldn't have access to lethal weapons like that. It's way too easy for any random 18-year-old to go into a gun store in, let's say, New Hampshire, purchase a gun, and go do whatever irresponsible shit they're about to go do with it. Or what about parents who aren't properly trained in gun safety or aren't properly trained in being parents, giving their children the gun safe combination or leaving the guns accessible and the kids go and do like a school shooting or get into trouble? Those things could be prevented if there were better regulations. No one wants to take your guns away. I mean, maybe some people do, like Beto O'Rourke, but he has no power. Beto, more like Beta O'Rourke, am I right? Okay, so moving on, since we've been stuck on this for a while, I've explained my position on the gun violence happening in our cities and schools. So here we go. The Unmask Our Children movement is still going strong with no sign of stopping. Masks are being mandated in a lot of places, including schools, where unfortunately they should be mandated for students and staff. These people want to act like COVID isn't real. Meanwhile, people I know and myself have gotten really fucking sick from that shit. The reason kids have to wear masks is because they're being forced to go into school in person during a pandemic because the economy is more important to elected officials than the safety of students and teachers. This could be avoided if these Unmask Our Children people were also in support of remote learning, which they are not since they're against progress. It's not some act of oppression to make them wear masks. Kids go into school and interact with other people who they don't live with, who might be COVID positive. That's a big risk, and then they bring that COVID back home with them and infect their entire families, and who knows if students' family members have medical conditions that make them more susceptible to COVID. You don't know that. Why would you even want to risk that unless you didn't think the virus was real or was a serious thing? Which I don't understand. These people believe the virus was made in a lab and accuse China of all this shit, but don't believe that it's enough of a threat to wear masks that would protect them from the virus that they believe was made in a lab by the Chinese. There's no logic in their arguments. It all contradicts one another. So that's what's been the talk of Fox News over the weekend on Laura Ingram's show, where she said, we'll look back in shame on how we forced children to wear masks during this pandemic. And it's really not that horrible when you think about the purpose of the mask. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. But what's horrible is the fact that COVID has gotten to a point where we need to wear masks. I understand that it sucks. It's uncomfortable. It's restrictive. It's hot in there. But those N95s are really good at blocking those COVID particles. I understand that you probably think cloth masks are bullshit, and they don't do a lot. They're cloth masks. It's just a piece of cloth, depending on which one you get. I mean, some has like cool technology, but the CDC now says N95s are the only masks that will protect you from transmission. And after I complained last week about the Biden administration not giving out N95s to people and called them out for their stockpiling of them, they started offering free N95s to all Americans. They're sending them out to everybody. So that's really cool that we saw change there. And again, I understand to the conservatives, the anti-maskers, that this sucks. But N95s are effective in protecting you and others. You can get them for free now from the government. So, let's watch what Ingraham, a prominent conservative voice, has to complain about today when it comes to masks and COVID.
My whole mission in Congress is about the children, for the children. I have to be prepared to throw a punch for the children.
For the
If
children.
you work hard, you can do better and pass on even greater opportunities for your children.
To decide our country's future, to determine your future, the future of your children.
I don't like how, she's shown all the Democratic politicians using children as like a think about the children type thing, but don't both sides do that exact thing? Like, don't the Republicans do that with abortion? Think about the children, like save our children. It's like they're little, like they're not even like living, they're not like actual humans yet. It's just like an embryo or some shit. Like you can, but like they're like, save that. Forget about the woman who's carrying it. Save that little fertilized egg thing that we don't need to keep alive necessarily. So they both do it in different ways. So here we go. Exposing the For the Children canard. I don't know what that means. Wow, they're using big words that I don't understand. Ingram, we're witnessing a sustained assault on life and innocence. Are we? Are we really? I don't think we are.
Well, today's liberals claim that everything they're doing on climate change, COVID, the border, even ending the filibuster is because they care about the children. But the real truth is very dark and very sinister.
Well,
the left's core issues.
I know they don't care about the children. They're like, yo, fuck them kids. But like I'm kind of the same way. Like I'm like, fuck them kids. Like I had a shitty childhood. Why should they? But I'm selfish. And that's why I'm not a politician. I'm selfish. And I think like everyone should just, damn, I'm turning in my dad. Like if I didn't have a good childhood, then why should you? Oh, he's gonna get so mad at me for saying that.
Abortion, gender fluidity, the diversity obsession, open borders, and COVID mandates, just to name a few, actually add up to a war on children.
A war on
From
children.
the more than 62 million
Whoa.
babies lost to abortion since 1973's Roe versus
Babies
Wade.
lost to abortion. Do they do a count on that? They should put that in the corner. You know how like CNN does the COVID death count? Fox News should put it in the other corner of the screen for their channel, just to be, you know, like different about it. Just like the number of babies lost to abortion since Roe versus Wade. Oh my God, they would eat that up. They would eat it up.
Fad of glamorizing transgenderism in our schools. We're witnessing a sustained assault on life and innocence by adults who themselves are spiritually lost. Over time, it's become kind of fashionable to see children as burdensome, inconvenient, even sometimes harmful to the environment.
Yep.
School-age children who are coaxed into early left-wing activism, they're celebrated and rewarded, but those who sit on the sidelines, those who resist the indoctrination on race or gender victimology,
I don't see any of this happening.
They're sidelined or silenced.
What?
Too many school boards and activist teachers are trying right now to turn our children.
No, they're just wait. I mean, my professors are all very outspoken, left-wing, some leftists. But I think a lot of that is because they understand what's going on in the world. They're academics. They went to good colleges. They're professors. They have done the research. They are the professional researchers, you know? You're more inclined to trust them, but of course Ingram's going to call them like extremists, radicalizing, all that shit. It's crazy.
Into race-obsessed, America-hating whiners.
Great stuff going on with our social studies curriculum, and but if we want to talk about all the other things and the components that really will create an anti-racist school system, we have to look at it systemically.
Let's put it all out there and let's really uproot systemic racism.
Anti-racism work has to begin by holding up a mirror and taking a hard look at your own biases.
Why are they getting mad about fighting racism? Fox News, of course, they would be like, they want to silence racists. They want to fight against racism. They're just radicals telling kids that racism is bad. How dare they tell kids that racism is bad? We want people to be treated differently because of how they look. We're Fox News, and everybody that works for us looks exactly the same. And that's on purpose.
The mirrors would be reflecting a sickening sight. A bunch of venal, virtue-signaling, know-nothing bureaucrats. The same overpaid officials who care so much about our kids,
you, Laura Ingraham?
that they're fine to see them shivering outside in frigid temperatures, eating their lunches for the lie of social distance.
You know what would be the better, safer alternative where they wouldn't be shivering with masks on? It would be online classes. If our government officials would, stop being fucking, what was the word she used? Bureaucrats? Wait. Alex looks up word. Here we go. Oh, no, that's not what I thought it meant. Okay. Procedural correctness. Okay, So, no, what I was going to say is they're like capitalistic monsters on both sides. And they send kids to school during COVID like they're sending them off to war. The war, there is a war on children. Oh, definitely. There's a war on teachers, too. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's definitely fucked up. But the left is attempting to groom our children. This isn't about the mask argument, is it? This is about the values or the education that kids are getting in school. And how, yeah, a lot of shit ends up being left-wing because a lot of left-wing ideals are correct, are in fact factual, are statistically backed. If anything, education is getting better because of that. Of course, I'm saying that because I agree with those things, but like I said, a lot of those things are fact. Racism is bad. It's very simple. Racism bad.
Distancing. These photos are infuriating. Now, I'm not going to say this until I no longer have breath in my body. What blue state politicians did to our kids and canceling in-person school, some of it's still struggling. God. Canceling sports.
What do you want
and
people
time
to do? What do you want people to do, Laura Ingraham? You want everyone to just go back into school in person with no mask, no COVID testing, no nothing, and just cough in everybody's faces? Everyone's just like, there's just COVID particles just in the air in these shittily ventilated classrooms, just like all over the place, and everyone's going home with COVID. Everyone's going home with COVID in the New York City school systems anyways. We went over that, last week or 2 weeks ago, that dude's experience in the schools. And how, like, everybody's testing positive all the time. Like, a quarter of teachers are missing, maybe more. Or not missing, but are out sick with COVID. And, like, a ton of classmates just keep testing positive over and over and over again. That's with masks. That's with masks. Now, imagine that with no mask. In Laura Ingraham's perfect world, where would we be? Not good. You know why? Because hospitals would be overwhelmed again. We would be back to square one. It would not be a good situation. Then, like, my grandma, who just had surgery, wouldn't have been able to go get her surgery because all of the doctors would have been, busy with COVID-related incidents. So, like, that's what we're trying to avoid. She's not, again, like, these people don't look at the big picture. They don't, or they refuse to, because it doesn't fit what they want, their personal wants.
On playgrounds, what they're still doing with mask and vax mandates is a crime against humanity. But of course, the dimwits in the media, they go right along.
Of course, the dimwits in the media looks in the mirror, has a moment. Oh, wait a minute, that's me. The dimwits in the media. New guidelines for masking. Oh, what is she gonna complain about here?
Obviously, the KN95, N95 are the most effective, but it can be...
Yeah. No, we gotta... What did I just say? N95? And there's science behind that. It blocks particles while also allowing you to breathe in fresh air. It is the 3M N95s, I swear by them. They're great. They smell good, too. Yeah, like it's hot in there. It's annoying. Like I said, I hate it. I hate wearing masks. I want to be done with it. But I also don't want to give COVID to other people, or I don't want to get it. I don't want to get it. So if I have to put on a fucking spacesuit, then I'll do that. I'm willing to do things for the greater good. And Fox News has always had a problem with that. And they're complaining about racism and like racism not being allowed. It's like, how low can you go? It's like the limbo. How low can you go, Fox News?
Really hard to find them in small kid sizes. You really want to make sure you have one that fits your child's face, and you want to layer the cloth mask over that mask. So the surgical mask goes on first, and then...
Oh no, it's absolutely comical. It's absolutely comical that they're like, okay, so you put the surgical mask on, and then you put like the cloth mask over it. It's comical, because it's like, wow, like things have gotten bad, but there's no nefarious purpose to it. Like, Ingraham has no reason to say there's some evil behind it, like they're torturing kids. Like, no, we are in a fucking pandemic. Some things in our lives are going to have to change. We're going to have to adapt. And of course, there's going to be people that do not want to adapt, and that's Fox News. And people that watch Fox News and don't want to see our children masked. I have a cousin who's constantly posting, unmask our children. I'm like, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You literally just got the right to vote, and shouldn't, in my opinion.
And the cloth mask.
So you hear the nodding, grunting along. Well, Anthony Fauci and the public health robots that he's inspired see children as potential viral vectors. Certainly.
Yeah, they are. They are. Kids are sticky. They're messy. They put everything in their mouths and then pick their noses and rub it on shit. Like, you know kids. You know kids. I'm sure you know kids if you don't have them yourself, but you probably do have them yourself. You seem like the type to be like proud mother in your bio on Twitter, so, you know, not to assume anything. But like, fuck, dude. You know kids. You know how messy and sticky and gross and how they are vectors for disease like they can be. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's not, it shouldn't be taken as an insult to children. It's not like they can't help that they're clumsy and sticky and messy and vectors of disease, but that's just the reality of things. And we have to deal with that instead of ignoring what scientists and doctors advise us to do. It's like if you went to your physical and your doctor is like, okay, like your lung capacity is like horrible. You need to stop chain smoking a carton of cigarettes a day. And you're just like, oh, you're just telling me how to live my life. And then the doctor's like, no, like your lungs are literally like about to give out. And you're like, of course, big medicine just trying to control me. Just doctor robots that are, what did she say?
Not innocent little children with robust immune systems.
We know that 6 million kids have had COVID. They can get it. They can spread it.
A lot of parents worry about sending their kids.
Yeah, kids can get it. Most importantly, though, kids can spread it. Yeah, she brings up they have great immune systems. Again, you're not thinking about other people. You don't think outside of the individual. That is a big problem. That there is something wrong with you. If you cannot think outside of the fucking individual. Yeah, the kid, they get COVID, then they might be fine, but will their mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, cousins who have, you know, whatever disease or whatever illness, like, and susceptible to that, like, will they survive? Will they fight through it? You don't know that. So why take the chance?
Kids to school.
Well, I mean, that's how a lot of
what the kids pick up
adults get it.
Home. Right.
They good kids like bring it home.
Kids are drivers of spread. Unvaccinated kids back at school are driving community spread of COVID.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What horrible people at many top colleges.
What horrible people. Back that with something. How are they horrible people? You can't just say that. Like, if I was just like, this bitch, Laura Ingraham, looks like a blonde cunt. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool. After, like, not hearing her speak for, like, a while, if I just, like, this started, and she's like, good evening, what a dumb-looking bitch. You know, that would be, where is my support in that? Like, how do I support that argument that she is a dumb bitch? You can't just, like, look at people saying, like, kids can spread COVID if they're not vaccinated, and it's a big problem, and then be like, what horrible people. How are they horrible people? Did they say anything mean? Are they spreading lies? No. They're stating facts.
Colleges and universities, your kids are forced to submit to the COVID vaccine, even if they've gotten COVID in the past, or they'll lose their education. Look at how the University of Chicago, of all places, is harassing that unvaxxed football player, Arthur Long, that we featured last night on the show. And even more galling, the push online and in colleges now, and I thought I'd heard everything, to destigmatize pedophilia by calling it something else.
Question. I use the term minor attracted person or MAP in the title and throughout the book for multiple reasons. It's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. Using a term that communicates who someone is attracted to.
Did they pay this person to say this shit? This just seems way too, like, perfect.
It doesn't indicate anything about the morality of that attraction.
What? But what is that from? Can you, like, because that's just a soundbite. Like, it does sound disturbing. I didn't like it at all. But I would like to know where that's from. I would like to know the full context of that conversation. I would like to know if that person has any credibility to what they're saying, or if it's just some random person online just spouting off shit that doesn't represent the entire left wing. Because that one weird person does not represent the entire left wing. They're grooming our children to think pedophilia is okay. No, they're not. They're not. I go to college. I just finished college. Not one time did they say pedophilia is okay. They talked about Marxism, and I agreed with those things. But nobody was like, oh, pedophilia is fine, and we shouldn't call it that. We should call it minor attracted person or a MAP. Hi, I'm a MAP. Like, no, there no fucking professor is doing that.
Minor attracted persons, MAP. Now, you'll be relieved to know that individual has been suspended. What? Suspended? Imagine if he'd simply reiterated the concerns about voter fraud that led to some of the people showing up on January 6th. He'd have been fired on the spot for those comments. This is so twisted.
Oh, wait. Really? That's a professor? Wait, that's a professor? MAP professor suspended. Professor who advocated for destigmatization of MAPs placed on leave. Okay, so, and this was in November. This is old fucking news. This is November of last year. And they seem like a weird, creepy person, but administrative leave effective immediately. This was November 16th. So there's no we're good. Are there a doctor? Dr. Alan Walker. Dr. Walker's research. The controversy over Dr. Walker's research has disrupted the campus community environment and is interfering with the institution's mission of teaching and learning. Yeah. So they hired somebody who ended up, being weird and creepy and trying to justify pedophilia, and they fired them. They didn't suspend them. They placed them on administrative leave. That usually means that they're not coming back. And we haven't heard from them since. This is old news. Like, why is she reporting on this now? Because it fits her argument?
Twisted. Now, of course, all of this is viciously anti-child. But part of a larger mindset that's been cultivated for decades now. Now, it's no secret that our culture has a selfishness problem. We all can be selfish, no doubt. And hedonism didn't begin in the 60s, but it certainly, ended up getting a big boost with the free love generation.
Oh, fuck
Remember,
you.
It was all sex without consequences. That was one of the biggest lies ever told, especially to women. God was kicked to the curb in the schools, and the religiously minded became increasingly...
So you're against teaching that racism is bad in school, but you want people to worship God in school? Do you see what is wrong with that? Because factually, racism is bad. It hurts the people who the racism is being enacted upon. It hurts society. God has caused wars, people to kill each other. Not only that, but there's no factual evidence of there being a God. So why would that take, why would that dominate over school, a place where you're supposed to be educated? That doesn't make sense. Again, doesn't make sense. I feel like these Fox News people, they just say whatever. They just say random shit. And then for some reason, some 55-year-old, like, mindless executive or something just sitting there, like, drinking after a long day of work. She's like, you know what? This makes sense. Even though it doesn't make sense at all, they just think it sounds smart. And they're like, I'm going to call my millennial son and tell him he's wrong about this, and this. And then it's just like, then what do? Then you're just, that's just, I guess, is it just me? Is it just my situation? Okay, well, all right, self-report.
Caricatured in film. Now, when I was a kid, there were a lot of families that had a lot of kids. And we all kind of figured it out. We helped each other out. We were neighbors. But at some point, big families were suddenly considered weird and selfish, fringe.
Well, it's not economic. Like it drains a lot of money and resources, and people realized that they could be smarter and safer about sex as time went on, and started realizing like if you just have a bunch of kids, then like you can't really have a close relationship with all. How do you handle that many kids is what it comes down to. So like people have like one or two or none nowadays. And that's not the end of the world. If people aren't just popping out babies, it's again, just so women are just meant to just keep popping out babies, Laura Ingraham? Is that what this is about too?
But of course, the opposite is true. Children require sacrifice. Children are love. And as Mother Teresa said, they're our most precious treasures.
Oh.
Before I adopted my 3 kids, I focused way too much on myself. Frankly, I'm not that interesting. It wasn't good. Sadly, there are many who believe that...
Oh, so she didn't pop out any kids. Well, I don't know her situation. Like, she could not be able to or something. So, you know, that's cool. It's cool that she adopted. That's a very admirable thing for anyone to do. I didn't expect that. It's like, wow, okay, cool. So she's, so she has kids. She is a mother. Proud mother on her bio on Twitter, I guarantee you. Should I just put that in my bio? Proud father. And people will be like, really? And I'll be like, yeah, here, let me show you. It's a picture of my cat and guinea pigs.
Children are just potential problems.
Good Christian. People would be like, no, you're not. I saw you tweet about, like, shit and piss the other day. Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, I guess not.
Scientific consensus that the lives of children are going to be very difficult. And it does lead, I think, young people to have a legitimate question. You know, is it okay to still have children?
Struggle's bad, by the way. Struggle's never good. By the way, they're even taking pledges about this.
You're getting people to sign a pledge basically saying that they will not have children until the Canadian government takes serious action on climate change.
I don't really have a lot of hope for the future, and so that feeling of fear is where the pledge came.
So this is going to be an anti-climate change argument here. Just saying like they don't want to have children. They care about climate change, which I don't think is important. So I don't think they should. Now here, like all you mindless people watching, get mad about that. Because climate change, it's not real in my opinion, even though we see the effects of it every day, even though it's like a sunny 50-degree day in the middle of January. Yeah, no big deal. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong, right?
These depressing comments, they're just the byproducts of a radical and failing education system. What? And also failure of parenting.
I agree it could be better, but for different reasons.
It's completely the opposite. Please look at the numbers.
Fuck this guy.
If people don't have...
Elon fuckface. Elon, I put cameras in my cars so that I could spy on people fucking. I ban people from my chargers because they said some mean things about me. My father owned a blood diamond mine.
More children, civilization is going to crumble. Mark my words.
Mark his words indeed. And there are plenty of other reasons for optimism out there. We've seen it at school board meetings across the country where parents are refusing to allow their children to be pandemic lab rats for indoctrination and experimentation.
What?
And we also see hope in the faces of the thousands of young people, including my 2 sons, who gathered today in Washington for the annual March for Life. It's not necessarily convenient or even fun to march in freezing, dreary Washington every year, but it is a powerful statement for the rights of the unborn. And it's a statement...
For the rights of the unborn. That is, wow. I love the way that they try to, they try to make it about compassion while having no compassion for the woman who does not want that pregnancy. again, blaming the victim, whether it be a mistake, an assault, you know, like all the different things that could happen that could lead to that, and not wanting to carry that pregnancy all the way through. There's plenty of good reasons. And she's not, she as a woman is ignoring the struggle of a woman because of some unborn little bean-sized thing. That's not a human, dude. It doesn't know that it even exists. It's not a big fucking deal. It's only a big deal if you're religious, and you shouldn't be forcing religion onto other people. That's not your business. It's really not. Like, the Fox News people, conservatives in general, they want to see what private parts you have before you go into the bathroom. They also want to control women's private parts in general, and like want them to just keep popping out babies. And it's just like, stay out of other people's business. Stay out of other people's business. Like, I understand then you could be like, oh, the war about vaccine, because if you don't get vaccinated, then you are getting into other people's business. You go out somewhere, you give them COVID, they kill their grandma. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's going into other people's business too.
To a world that seems so comfortable with the act of discarding the children. And that's the angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity.
Fuck. Oh my fucking God. That's so fucking stupid. Except for the one good thing that she brought to my attention was the pedophile professor. That's really alarming that people like that exist. She used that example though just to further see, this is what the left wing looks like. They're pedophilic. Like, no, just that one person is. That doesn't mean everybody in that group is. That's some QAnon shit. She's just like injecting a little bit of, no pun intended, injecting a little bit of QAnon conspiracy in her whole little rant about how the left is radical. Because that's what it comes down to. The left is radical. Like, shut up. We just want schools to teach that racism is bad. Shouldn't you not have a problem with that? Again, just my opinion. This is not financial advice. Okay, let's get into some Karens. Since we just watched the Queen of the Karen, we should just watch other Karens too. Alright, let's do it.
Yo! Oh my
That dude got thrown out of a Wisconsin game, Wisconsin basketball game. Okay.
Oh shit, he's still doing it!
But how is that Karen though? I mean, it's annoying. I saw a dude get kicked out of a Yankees game. That was fucking hilarious. That was back in May. We went to when shit started opening up again, and that was fun. It was a lot of fun. But dude got kicked out because he's saying like fucked up shit. And tried to like fight some dudes. It's crazy. It's crazy how often that happens at sporting events.
Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Hey, how we doing? What's up? You live down here? Yep. Where at? 11th and Pine.
Demanding ID to go home. What?
Whereabouts? 11th and Pine, I just told you.
That's a cop? Why is he just... This cop is just like following him.
Is there a reason you're following me, officer?
Oh, I'm not following you. I'm walking with you.
Okay, well, I'm going to walk a different direction then, officer.
No problem. So here's the deal.
See, the thing is, you're following me still, officer.
So here's the deal. I'm not following you, and I'm going to explain it very clearly. You're going to hold and stop for me.
Okay. Is this an illegal stop, officer?
No, this is a legal stop.
Okay.
You told me you live at 11 Pine. I need to know where you live.
11th and Pine is right there.
Okay.
There's only one apartment building
Do you
there,
have
officer.
ID on you that shows me that?
Well,
Why?
the funny thing about ID,
Why?
officer, is that 2 days ago, on July 1st at 7 p.m., the mayor's office directed all of your department to cease asking for ID from residents here.
We just got reordered again this morning, so.
Well, that seems like it's an illegal thing, because the thing about...
I'm explaining to you it's not.
Well,
so
the
we
thing,
can either have
officer-
a diatribe out there.
Officer, please.
Or I can walk you with ID to your location.
Officer, the thing is that
or
I don't
can
have
arrest
ID.
you for being in here illegally. What would you rather?
Being in here illegally? Where is this? I don't understand what's happening at all. Like, are they in the right or in the wrong? Or are they just being shitty cops? Like, he lives right there. Just let him go home. I don't get, like, I don't know. I don't get what's going on.
I do not have ID, officer.
So
Now,
you have a key to your apartment?
Of course I have a key to my apartment.
I will walk you that direction.
I would really prefer to not be escorted by armed men.
You don't have a choice. Here's the deal. You either leave right now, be arrested, or I will walk you to your location. What is your choice?
What's your badge, officer? What's your badge?
Why does he have to walk him home? That's so, like, first of all, that's creepy. You don't want, like, a dude with a gun to know where you live and to, like, walk to your house. What is he, like, that's, like, sketchy. What if he comes in? Like, what if he tries to come in? It's like, no, dude, fuck off. Like, you're a shithead, officer shithead. So you got 3 choices. 1, you can leave. 2, I arrest you. Or 3, you let me come to your house. For no fucking reason.
443.
And
What
your
is your
name?
choice, sir?
And your name?
Officer Pinkerton.
How about you, bro?
6788. I'm Detective Littlejohn.
Cool. All
Very
right.
clear.
Well,
Which would you prefer?
I'm not going to get arrested, so I am going to go back. However, I do live here, so how am I supposed to get back in?
I just explained to you. I'm
Here's the thing,
very
though.
happy to escort you.
I am scared of you, and I am not going to allow you to
don't
walk
appear
with
to be
me.
scared of me when you came up towards me and were around me and want to stand right here.
Well, I had no choice about it, bud.
You have a choice right now.
Oh, should I be scared? So scared that I shouldn't have to record you?
We didn't say one more time. Recording us, man. 3 options: leave, be arrested, or I'm more than happy to escort
Where
you
am I
to your
supposed to go?
location.
Why do you need
I don't
to?
know.
Interesting.
Okay.
Laura. First,
Oh, it's like a school board thing. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. That was really weird. I would not feel comfortable with a cop being like, I have to escort you to your home for no reason. I just have to. I'm just doing it. It's like, well, fuck off, dude. Fuck off.
I want to say that I typically come to these meetings with a written statement. I like to sound educated, and when I go off the cuff, I get really passionate. And I'm not always able to say exactly what I want to say in the appropriate way.
Oh, no. That's
The
always
last
good.
time I was here, I did come with a prepared statement, and I did go over my 3 minutes. There were several people here, Breeden and Painter, who had a fit, cut the microphone off. And what the general public doesn't know is that sweet Mr. Cave came up and keyed the microphone, requesting backup for arrest because I continued to speak past my time allotment. Working in the dental field, if somebody has a problem, I don't just cut them off at 15 minutes and say, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't get that problem addressed, but if you make another appointment, we'll see you again in a couple weeks. Okay? So I think what I've asked for before is transparency. I'm not sure why it is that you can't give me the time with a prepared statement, so I'm not rambling on and wasting your time. But I decided to come.
I really wish there was more context to these. Again, like I've said that a bunch of times. But I do. Like, I don't know what happened, what this is about. It's probably about COVID.
Without that prepared statement today. Interestingly enough, we went along with the The last governor's mandate, the executive order seemed to be awesome, just applauded by everyone here on the board, and that is the path that we took. Obviously, people got riled up because Northam did, pardon? Oh, okay. Because Northam refused to acknowledge parents' rights. Hello. And maybe something to do with the Loudoun County rape that was covered up because they were concerned, they were not concerned about boys using the girls' bathroom. However,
my God.
I still fight for transparency.
So she's truly an evil Karen. She's probably racist. She's anti-COVID restrictions. She's transphobic because she said boys using the girls' bathroom. So there you go. That's another problem. This is a Karen. This is a Karen.
I still think that you need to honor the wishes of parents. And as I emailed on Tuesday, we need to think as a collective county. We don't need to worry about what Richmond has to say. And there's a lot of science. There's a lot of good science. The mask protects the person that's wearing it.
That's 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. All right. No mask mandates. My children will not come to school on Monday with a mask on. All right. That's not happening. And
then you sorry. Then you're gonna have to come pick them up. Sorry, I'm vaping weed, but you're gonna have to come pick them up then, because they're not being allowed into the school with no mask. Are you serious? You're gonna use your kids like that? They're always, protect the children, protect the children. Why are you using them as a pawn to protest? That's crazy.
I will bring every single gun loaded and ready to. I will call every.
What? Did she threaten to bring every single gun?
3 minutes.
What?
If you come past your time, it's a policy. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'll see y'all on Monday.
Well. Karen of the week.
I need to apologize now. I need to apologize.
Okay.
Both are mine. I gave her one. She said, go back to your country. She said, this is how it works. She needs to take one from me. Because that's her country, not my country.
No, I said go back to where that is the way it works.
Everyone around you heard you.
Did
go back to your
I
country.
not offer to
That's
help
what
you with
said.
Loading it prior?
I said thank you, right? I said no need. I'm waiting for my dad to help me.
Okay, real quick, are you videotaping this right now?
Yes, I need to.
Can you delete the video, please?
No.
Ma'am.
No.
I will refuse both if you don't delete the video.
Hey, this is what you did to me, and I have the right to tape it.
I didn't do anything to you.
She's doing something bad to me.
Right.
She is doing something bad to me.
Resolve this for you.
Call the police. If the police ask me to delete it, I will. Otherwise, I cannot.
However, I'm trying to resolve this for you. I'm asking you nicely to delete the video that
I
you're
will keep the
taking.
videotape until the policeman said I have to delete it.
There's nothing that you need the video for?
There is definitely something you need the video for. You need that racist harassment on camera so that you can report it and put this bitch on blast. This dude is defending the racist. I cannot believe it.
There's no crime being committed?
Yes, I do. She is being very racist. Told me to go back to your country. This is not supposed to, what you're supposed to do to me, okay? I have the right to protect myself. What if she does something bad to me? I need to videotape it.
Okay.
Okay.
Is your well-being or life being threatened while you're in the store?
Oh, so what she did, yes. She was like, go back to your country. And for the people like that, hey, it's not right to be racist. And I have the full right to protect myself, take the video just in case she does something bad to me. Okay?
She has not.
She has not yet. Doesn't mean she will not.
She wasn't coming back that direction.
She took my stuff from my hand.
It looks like someone might have grabbed the other one.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I was waiting for him to help me, to load it.
But
she took my stuff.
Can I ask you a question?
I need to call the police.
Are you hurt? Are you injured?
My heart hurts.
This dude's a piece of shit. This dude's a piece of shit. She took the lady took her shit, like, from her cart or whatever. Like, and this dude's like, oh, like, are you hurt though? Did she hurt you? Then it's not a big deal. Do you not understand? No, of course you don't. You're a white prick. You don't understand the struggles that a person of color has to go through on a regular basis dealing with white people. You're like, go back to your country. You know how many times I've been told, go back to your country? And I haven't, like, acted out violently against those people like I should have. Many times. I just fucking sat there and took it. So good for this lady for standing up for herself. Really. This goes for a while. Wait, like, so is he the Karen? Let me see.
To delete the video.
No.
I'm sorry, I cannot help you at this point.
Hey, unless the policeman tell me to do so. Okay?
Your life is not being threatened.
So?
You say so. You say so.
At what point was she threatening?
She needs to apologize to me. Don't make it like a little deal. It's a racist thing. Deal. It's not a little thing.
However, you're making a much bigger thing with your...
Well, actually, you're trying to make it not a big deal. Like, racism, of course you don't understand racism. Like, look at you. I mean, he doesn't... Of course he's gonna defend the racist. Like, oh, it's not a big deal. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to be told to go back to your country. You don't. It's fucking horrible. It is the worst fucking feeling. Because you already are home. You're already in your country. You moved here, or you're born here, or you're a citizen, or whatever. This is your home. You have a house here. Like, it works me up. Because I know how that makes you feel. Like, you're not welcome even where, like, you live. Like, you live there and they're telling you to literally leave the whole country and go back to somewhere you may not even identify with other than, like, physically. And then this dude is making it like, oh, it's not a big deal. She didn't, like, physically hurt you. Okay, so what? It's fucking racism, dude. You shouldn't be on the side of the racist bitch. This goes on for a while. Oh my god.
What store? Where's that? Give me the rules. Let me see it. Let me read it.
So,
and it's my
to
own
me,
phone.
it sounds like
you're
being combative. You're being hostile. So right now, you're
blaming the victim, siding with the white lady. Of course, this is probably his mom. That's why he's like, "I got you, mommy. I'll protect you. You can be racist all you want in my Lowe's. I'm not going to Lowe's again. I'm going to Home Depot. I'm going to Home Depot until this motherfucker's fired. Look this up. Racist guy in Home Depot. Or, Home Depot male Karen. Oh, it keeps going.
Sorry. Okay, that part.
That's not okay.
If I said something wrong, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Why does he so badly want the video deleted? I don't understand, like, why he doesn't just why he can't accept. So is it just because it's against store policy to like videotape in there? I don't understand. Like, I really don't understand. Why are they being like cops about it? Like, really, why are they being cops about it? It's like, I don't remember when I worked in customer service being told, if somebody videotapes the store, tell them they need to delete the video. Like, that's I don't think that should be up to the store. Like, are you the FBI? I don't think so. You're not. You're a fat dude who works at Lowe's.
Right now. Because you can just walk away, say, oh,
I'm
nothing
asking
happened. You can just walk away, say
to be
nothing
reasonable
happened.
and delete that, and I can make that work. But you're not being really reasonable. You're.
What is he? He literally he thinks he's a cop. You need to delete that video. Like, you weren't even in it. You weren't even in it until you like got in the way of the situation and were like, you need to delete the video. You're the Karen now, dude. You're the Karen now.
Yeah, well,
But I'm not going to call the police for that.
I said I'm sorry. If I assume
I
that
know
you
that
didn't
you're
hear this big
sincere
enough,
about it, which
I'm sorry.
It's unfortunate, but I'm
I've
asking
seen
you
enough
again to
news.
please delete the video.
I've seen enough news people doing that to Asian people. Okay, this is not right.
Oh, she's Asian. Oh, see, this is what I mean. Asians get this shit all the fucking time. The go back to your country thing specifically. Like, I want to get mad. I don't have the energy to be angry about it. It just makes me exhausted whenever I see this kind of shit. Because I know exactly what it feels like. I don't even have an accent. But, like, if I did, oh God, it would be over for me. It would be over for me. That's why I sound like a mentally slow Californian when I talk. I do everything to not sound even near Asian.
This is kind of going in circles at the moment.
I just want to apologize.
And I said I could talk to her, but
And
you
I'm
have to
not
delete
deleting the video
that you're currently
unless the
still
policeman
making
tells
stuff.
me to do. Because what are you afraid of? This is.
Yeah, what the hell? Like, you're not a cop, dude. You can't just go up to people and be like, you need to delete that. You're not the Men in Black. All right. So here we go. We are doing a relationship advice, and I already found it prior to recording. So, and it's a shortish one, and then I gotta do some other stuff. But all right. So my girlfriend Snapchats with a crazy amount of guys. Okay. Well, I, 19 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 18 female, for almost a year now. One thing that bothers me a bit is that she Snapchats with so many guys. I'm talking literally over 100 dudes. Me and my girlfriend first met through Snapchat. She used to send me flirty snaps, and one day I just asked her out. We've hung out consistently since then. If she shows me something on her phone, it's literally raining in notifications from guys on her Snapchat. Since we got together, I stopped Snapchatting with her. It doesn't feel special at all to do that. Like I'm one of the 100 guys Snapchatting with her. She has over 5 million Snapchat score. I've never seen anyone close to that. The closest I've seen is like 1 million. I've never mentioned this to her. I just told her I don't enjoy Snapchatting, so I quit. That's not really true. I've enjoyed chatting in relationships before, and I do somewhat miss that. I'm not sure if I should mention this, if it's just me being insecure. How would I go about talking with her about it? Alright, well, how would you go about talking with her about it? Well, I mean, there's got to be a way. You have to communicate. You definitely have to communicate with her that, like, hey, I just want to know, like, what's that about? Like, why? Like, your phone is always just, like, raining and... Wait, no, don't say that. Say, like, well, no, because that's how you know. It's like, how are you Snapchatting, like, 100 dudes? And then she'll be like, what? And I don't know. Wait, 1 second. Let me think about this. Okay, you just tell her how it makes you feel. You just say, I get very nervous, or I get really worried that since we met on Snapchat and you Snapchat all these other people, that you might be also, meeting them in the or flirting with them the way that you flirted with me. And I just don't, like, I don't want to be accusational because it could be completely platonic. But I just want to know if that's, what's going on. And I think that's fair. I think that's fair because, like, also 5 million snap score. What? What is mine? This is a newish account, so it's not like I use it all the time, but let me see. 6,521. Yeah, I'm nowhere fucking near 5 million. She's talking with like everyone in the whole world. That is weird. That is definitely weird. So yeah, you just gotta talk to her. Don't be accusational though. Hold in your emotions, but like still say that you just get, you get worried. Anyways, that'll do it for this episode of the Short News Podcast. I will try to do a Thursday episode. I really will. We'll see if I have the energy for it. I should. I'm done with school. But all right. Well, thank you guys. I love you very much. I'll see you Thursday. Have a great couple of days. Have a great week. All right. Peace.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location, yes. You want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game with On Location. And it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pregame parties featuring acoustic sets for Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocationexp.com/SB56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime. It's your shot. Take it.